This tutorial is going to help you manage and complete the Program Enhancement Plan, or the PEP. To start off, we're going to go to the College of the Desert Faculty and Staff webpage. Once you get there, click onto Illumin. Illumin is located on the left-hand side. Log into Illumin using the same credentials that you use for Canvas and email. Once you are in Illumin, you want to make sure that you are set as the right role and the right discipline. For the PEP, you want to change your role to Department Coordinator. If you are the department chair or responsible for completing the PEP for your area and you do not have department coordinator access, please contact one of your SLO coordinators and request permission. After you set your department coordinator role, your department will automatically populate, and you want to choose the PEP or the discipline that you are going to complete the PEP on. I am going to demonstrate in my nursing PEP. Once you have selected your role and your discipline, you're going to click on Initiatives. Your PEP should automatically populate down here. If you do not have a PEP down here, contact one of your SLO coordinators. It should be titled with your discipline, the discipline code, and the year that you did your 5-year, and the last year of your update. Click on your PEP. If this is the first time you're going into your PEP, then you'll need to add collaborators. If you want anybody to work on the PEP, you have to add them, basically giving them access to participate in writing the PEP. In order to do that, department coordinators, you should see this To Design Mode button. Click on Design Mode. In order to add collaborators to the entire PEP, you will click on Manage SI Collaborators. You'll look for the person under their role. You're usually adding faculty. And you also want to add yourself as a department coordinator if you plan to work on the PEP. Basically, this ensures that only people you add have access to make changes to your PEP. When you add your other faculty members, the search is a little finicky. I've found that searching for either a first name or a last name is better than the whole name. Click on the faculty member that you want to add, and you'll see that they move over here to the assigned collaborators. Click Save. If you decide that you don't want to add faculty to the entire PEP, you only want to add them to particular sections. For example, maybe I want to add Lisa to the student data portion. I will go to the section I want her to work on and click on the cogwheel. Click on Share with User, find the name, and add, just like I demonstrated before. This would give access just to that one section rather than the entire PEP. Don't forget to click Save after you find the person's name. Once you have added all of your collaborators, click on to active mode back up at the top of the page. You should not have to go back into the design mode unless you're adding more collaborators. When you're in active mode, you can see that when you're in active mode, the sections of the PEP become modifiable, and you can type directly in the areas. And you'll do this to address each question within the PEP. The Outcomes and Assessment Committee has worked hard on taking all of the suggestions that you made last year and revising the PEP that you see this year. Anytime that you have added to the PEP, you want to save your work. If you are a department coordinator, then you have the ability to save all as a draft at the top of the page. Faculty, you only have options to save each section individually. If you do not click save, you will lose all changes. One of the easiest ways to navigate the PEP rather than scrolling through is to use the table of contents up at the top. Underneath the PEP name, you will find a drop-down menu that will show you the outline of the entire PEP. By clicking on any of these items, you will be directly taken to that section. Also up at the top, next to the table of contents, is a little blue indicator that identifies any unsaved changes. If you click on that indicator, it will show you which sections are not saved. You can then click Save All as a Draft, or you can click on that area and save. Afterwards, up at the top, you will see that all changes have been saved. One of the changes that was implemented based on your feedback is access of the research charts. You will find that research is dropping the data directly in to the PEP sections that have associated data. You can always open up one of these boxes to a full screen by clicking on this little arrow button. And that enables you to see the full page. Another change made this year was to merge the idea of a PEP and a PEP-up. Rather than having two different documents each year, the PEP will be updated rather than having a separate PEP-up document. Let me show you what I mean. As you will see here, in the nursing PEP, the 5-year review, the big one, it was done in 2019. This 5-year PEP goes through 2023. Now, all I need to do is to go into this PEP and review the data that I have there and make any appropriate changes or updates based on the new data that has been placed. Once the PEP or the update of the PEP is complete and you are ready to submit it or publish, click on Publish All. Now remember, only department coordinators have Publish All rights. Faculty only have publish options for each section. When you click on Publish, you're going to select the year that you are in for the PEP cycle. For example, my cycle started in 2019 as per the title of my PEP. So that means spring 20 this year will be my year 2. If I did my 5-year PEP in 2018, then this year's publication would be year 3, and so on. You'll click on Publish, and that allows OAC to see that you are complete with your PEP. The last thing that I wanted to demonstrate for you is the ability to see the history or the versions of the PEP saved and published. Click on these versions button, the version button within each section. It always defaults to the latest, but you can see the history of each of the dates and times that I saved this document and published this document. We hope this tutorial was helpful. Please reach out if you have any questions. We are happy and available to help. Don't forget that PEPs are due on March 15th.